Hey, welcome. Now, eclipse season is officially over, and Halloween is come and gone. We're in November now, but let's discuss what's been happening, what we've been doing, right? Because we're in a time of healing from tower moments, and we are expanding with love, but this love came from fear. We're expanding our Two of Cups with the masculine, with the Emperor. We're in the time of structure with this Two of Cups. We're healing from tyranny. We're healing from fear. And all that remains is us. Powerful devotion, true worth. We've been in the time of discovering our true worth, our true self, our authentic vibration, our energy, and we're learning how to heal with how we create here, how we force and manipulate structure to build, and how we're getting back to a more natural way of creating. We're not forcing things. There's a healing here. There's a tempering with the masculine and the feminine. So here's our tower moments that we are in the process of healing. And many of us have had many tower moments, not just one. This has been a time of many tower moments in order to get to what remains. And it's connected to liberation, unrestrained freedom, she who frees. And where have we been working on freeing ourselves from? Here. We're leaving where the devil is siphoning our energy, where the devil has control over us through patterning, through patterns of separation, through addiction. And so this is from healing from pain, where we heal from pain. And how are we healing from pain? We're learning to find peace in the pain. And this has much to do with biohacking. You know, biohacking is a thing. Cold plunging. Now, what happens when you cold plunge? At least needs to be 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, and I should know that because I'm up in Canada. So, or in Canada, wherever you're from. I could be sideways. I could be, who knows where I am. All right. So, we're biohacking, right? So, cold plunging. 50 degrees Fahrenheit at least for 3 to 6 minutes, and you want to immerse your head. If you know that releases even more. It will help you out even more. But leave your head and your whole body, if you can, in a bathtub. If not, like super cold shower. If you have access to super cold water, and this allows us to, I do believe it's like we release 400 times the amount of dopamine throughout the day for 7 hours. So this is a natural drug. And not only does that, like, we release cold shock proteins, and we put all this, we get into, Kaz, I need to find my words. It's like self-preservation mode. Like, all the oxygen goes into our organs and into our brain, and we just feel happy and we're healing. There's a reason why athletes do this, and they're finding out more and more through more and more research. There's so many more reasons. Check out Gary Brecka. He's coming to the forefront now too. We got Joe Dispenza, Gary Brecka, and all these other amazing people that are, you know, the leaders of this new world, helping us to heal and expand and create it. Jay Shetty, just to name a few. Now, we're also going to be laser focusing on the guts. And I wrote this down, guys, some scribe information. We're going to be laser focusing on food, the digestive tract, and how we're expanding love is through our mirrored relationships, our mirror soul, our counterpart, our divine counterpart. This is how we heal with our counterpart. We're able to have empathy and see that we may have different circumstances, but what is happening throughout those circumstances is mirroring back to us what needs to be reflected back to us, the same thing. And I really hope that makes sense. I really hope that message came through. So we're freeing ourselves from this space, and we're leaving. The devil's about to say goodbye because remember, we're going to talk about this. We're using the patterns of separation to separate ourselves from the devil, from what's no longer for our greatest good. And God has shown us this. We've seen this. Nobody has to come and tell us this. We don't need a reading for this. God told us. God's showing us the way. From within to without. And how we're leaving this space and places through the warrior of light, Silver, the warrior of light, okay? And then we're going. And we know we created a path that wasn't there before from the cosmos. This was created with the cosmos. And we know the cosmos is mirroring back to us what we need to see. We got that message. And we're going to talk about that within a minute. So let's share this message, because we need to understand that this is connected to a truth. The Queen of Swords is here. And this truth is connected to sorrow. Sorrow is pain. Remember, we're finding peace in the pain. And cold plunging is going to help you to do that, because when you can find peace in the pain, you're healing. Now, remember, there was a debauch in love. A corruption of the sensualities, okay? But that's okay, because this was part of the plan. This is connected to the Seven of Cups. This is what we're healing from. And what we're doing, we're in the time of manifesting our dreams with water spirit. Look at that, otter is here. And what is it connected to? The Two of Cups. Love. And of course, because we know we're expanding love with structure. We're creating structure in love right now. But in order to do so, we're going to honor that we had to take a fall. We had to take a dive. We didn't know we were taking it. And it's connected to loss. But this loss is connecting us to the Two of Cups. But remember, this is our true worth. This is authentic. These two cups are authentic. This is sun and the moon. They're meant to be. This is meant to be. This is divine. This is written in the stars. And we know we just had our solar eclipse and our lunar eclipse, where the sun and the moon unite. Now, when we have our lunar eclipse, there's a connection to the earth. We're expanding through the earth. And this is about what we're dreaming. She who dreams. Escape, dreams, and fantasy. Now, we're creating from this space and place. This is very Piscean energy. And Saturn is going direct and working with Pisces at 0 degrees. So, this illuminates to the fact that we'll be working with the purest, truest, most powerful form of Pisces. There's a connection to the Knight of Cups and love returning, because remember, this is connected to a loss. This is connected to loss. We lost something, but something's coming back to us through love, okay? And this was all part of the plan. We have to trust in the divinity of this. This is divine. This was all part of the plan. So we can see what remains. Our true self. And we know that the Knight of Pentacles is busy working on the 10 of Cups. And so we're expanding with Mars. We're expanding with Force. We're going to be working a lot with Mars this month. We're in the time of building. And what are we building? We are building our 10 of Pentacles. Part of our fortune increase, we know the other part of it being the 10 of Cups. And in order to do so, we're going to heal from conditioning, social conditioning, by calculating karma and breaking the bonds. And remember, this is being shown to us. God is showing this to us. The universe is showing this to us. And this is where we heal from drinking from the cup of lust, because we had to wake the lion. This was part of the path. This is all divine. This is where we can heal from all the things we see when we go down the rabbit hole. We can see beauty way. We can see the peace in the pain. We can see the happiness in the sadness. We can see the love in the fear. We see how it's all one. And this is going to allow us to what? To expand our consciousness, to go from victim mentality, and this is the time we're in, going from victim mentality to optimism. And this has to do with the power of self, a change in confidence. And we got this card. We got this card for these activations in a prior reading. And this card is twin flames. It's two twins. And one of them is more awake and one of them is more asleep. But the one that's more asleep is about to wake up. See, two people in one body. And as we continue to grow with the power of self, remember, all that remains is us, our true worth and devotion. Through all these tower moments, we change consciousness. And because of the work that we're doing, we become more deserving. We feel deserving. Now, what does this mean? It's like our subconscious is always keeping a record of everything. So when we lie to ourselves, or we trick ourselves, or we lie to other people, or we trick other people, and we're not being honest with ourselves, and we know that, God, the universe is showing us that we need to create one way, and we're continue to create another way, but we're trying to hide it. We're not being honest. Remember, this is about the Queen of Swords. We're not being honest somewhere. We need to really be honest. And we need to separate ourselves from the devil. We need to separate ourselves for what's not in our greatest good, because this is it. This is where you're doing it. Like, this is about getting a little strong and tough with ourselves in a very loving, humble way. This is where we embody God. We embody God. And we do hard things. And we heal from our triggers. We find peace in the pain. We don't continue to sit in our victim mentality. We continue to find the positives in the negative. We find every positive in every negative situation, and we shift with it, and we learn to do it more humbly, and we learn for that to be our strength, and to continue to be in service with God in this world, doing what we came here to do. And that takes a strong person. That takes will. That takes dedication. That takes determination. And it doesn't mean we're not going to have a day where we're just done, where we're weak, where we need to replenish that cup. But we're not going to sit there when we replenish that cup and get stuck in victim mentality and feel sorry for ourselves and go back into old patterns and play with the devil. This is about embodying God, being one with the universe, trusting, having faith. When something negative happens, not, a wrench got thrown into it, and now I'm going to go back to doing what I know I need to not be doing. I am creating with higher vibe patterns. I'm doing harder things. Discipline over regret. Discipline over regret. And this is our best lives. And I have the present moment, and it isn't tomorrow. I won't start tomorrow. I'll start today. I'll start now. The power of now. The power of co-creating. And the mother always gives us a chance to co-create anew. No matter how far gone we think we are, or how bad things are, or what losses or grief we're going through, we don't need to sit there and feel sorry for ourselves. We get to co-create anew with the mother, and this is a sense of the power of self restored. And we are going to feel more deserving for this work that we're doing, because our subconscious is going to keep a record of our truth. And this is going to allow us to have an increase. Remember, we were in a time of decrease. Now we're in a time of increase. And we talked about this. This is about our abundance. This is about our Three of Cups. So the cosmos is mirroring to us our priorities and the building blocks for life. Our life here. What we came here to do. And that is connected to this. That's connected to this. So let's share these messages. We're going to head on over to part 2, and we're going to share the Warrior of Light, the Silver Warrior of Light, and priorities, building blocks for life. And remember, the cosmos is mirroring back to us. This is connected to also our mirror soul relationships. Finding peace in the pain, and how we're laser focusing, working with our digestive tract and food. As below, so above. Okay. And we are gonna go from here to here. And we're gonna get an activation for that. Because this is part of our increase. And how we're going to feel deserving. Right here. And this has to do with the time that we're in. This has to do with Scorpio season. And look, you can see there's a transformation being honored here. And look, do you see the increase? It's that way. This is part of the activation. And this is connected to what we're building. But we have to heal from what we lost in the Eight of Cups. This went toxic. So it had to go. But we're going to get back to co-creating through the earth with the Eight of Pentacles. And that's connected to the Six of Cups. There's a restoration to innocence here. This is where the balance is restored. And this is what's going to help us to cut ourselves free from where the devil has a hold over us. Okay? These tower moments are helping us to free ourselves from this space and place. And to restore movement. And get to where we're going. We're going to heal from tension and restore motion through the Chariot. But this is emotional. We have to work with our emotions here and the cups. All right, guys, I'll see you in part 2. Let's share these messages.